And this is Aaron with Mario Peace Theater. And I'm going to show you how to make your levels not be awful. And I know what you're thinking. Aaron, you just think everything's awful. Well, let me tell you, fine sir or madam, you know me really well. But I'm going to show you some important things. Step 1. This is a thwomp. If I have to run out of the way as soon as I spawn, I hate you. So, none of this thwomp at the beginning business. That's just gross. Step 2. These boxes have items in them. What could they be? Well, that one's a mushroom. That's just fine. This is a squid. Alright? There is nothing wrong with putting enemies in boxes. Have a little fun with it, okay? In fact, this is a giant squid. Of course, you can put anything in there. You can put a chain chomp. You could put a circle of booze. A ghost, that is. You can put Magic Koopa. Heck, I think you can even put a cannon in there. No, you can't put a cannon in there. But you know what I mean. You can put just about anything in a question mark block. Make it fun. Make it exciting. Make them question whether or not they should open it. I'm going to go back to the giant squid, though. Next up, you can stack enemies. Look at these bad boys. These are dry bones you can't actually jump on. Let me tell you, the jump over this guy? Oh, man. Not easy in the slightest. In fact, I might tone him down a little bit. Maybe. We'll see. Step 3. There are platform... Great job, Aaron. Step 3.1. The revised edition. There are platforms you can walk through, like these crates. Use them. Not only are they decorative, but they give a certain extra dimension to the level. Also, great for hiding secrets. What's in this box? You'll have to play the level to find out. Next up, 3.1.1.4.3 Beta Edition. Or something. I don't know. Same sort of thing. Take an object like the crates here that you can walk through. You can use it as a background. Oh man, doesn't it look snazzy? I can walk through that. And it looks kind of like the inside of a ship. Step 4. Have power-ups before something important happens, alright? You know what happens when you go through this pipe? A fight with Bowser Jr. You're going to want a power-up for that. And, of course, you could say, well, you know, if they're the best players ever, they could just take the power-up that they got here. And they could head all the way over and not take a single hit. Well, you know what? People aren't actually that good at Mario. Despite the fact we've entrusted them with tools with making levels. Give them a power-up every once in a while. It's especially useful about halfway through the level. Which reminds me, when they're done that fight, they're going to come out here. It's important for your level to have something interesting. And while our options are limited, there's still lots of fun you can have. So for here, I'm using a Koopa Clown car. Put on some blocks so it doesn't float away. Got a helmet that comes out of here. They'll be rocking out. And as opposed to one of those weird old levels that I'm sure some people find fun, where there's spikes everywhere and it disorients the clown car, don't do that too much, alright? Mobile enemies are more fun than anything. We got some cannons, we got dry bones in a copter who's going to come after you. And here's one of my favorite things. This is a Bill Blaster. You shake it up, it becomes a homing Bill Blaster. Toss it in here. It will hunt you down for the rest of your life. And you can't kill that thing either, so you're going to have to deal with it. And what's over here? This is one too, but it does something a little different. This one's got springs in it. Now, why would you have a cannon fire springs? Oh, man. You would be amazed what can happen. Oh, yeah, and here's Bowser. Rather than having him be something that you can, easily avoid or just fly over. Nah, I put him on this. Now, you're going to have to carefully sneakily deekily around him. Plus, this makes the fireballs he's throwing which start probably about here, maybe a bit earlier, be really erratic. They're going to be all over the map, so you got to dodge and dodge carefully. In fact, it gets pretty intense. And then the end, because you can only make these levels so long. So, let's have a look at this, shall we? Alright, grab a mushroom. Now, I told you this jump is tricky. Hooah! I just barely made that, and I made this level. But it's difficult. In fact, that's going to be near impossible for your average player. Which reminds me, keep that in mind. If it's easy for you, it's still way too hard for your average player. Oh yeah. Boop. That didn't do anything interesting. Now over here. This is where the cannons are. This is not a fun part of the level. It's a little tricky. It's reminiscent of those old airships from Mario 3. But, you know, if I had to remake anything, I might remove that from the level. Ah, now the Bowser Jr. fight. Kind of tricky, actually. Oops. Let a shell get in there. Even a shell can handle one of these cars. Grab the helmet. And away we go. Now, the careful thing to remember here is always put a ceiling when you have someone who can fly. Because if someone can just fly upwards and miss the entire level, well, that just hurts everyone involved. It's too easy for the player, and you who put all that work into it go, "Aw, dang, they did it the wrong way. They'll never appreciate my artistic abilities." But here we are, where things actually get really difficult. In fact, I'm probably going to screw this up. Yep, there's the spring launcher. Not exactly as passive as you may think it is. That thing can push anything around. In fact, I think it pushes the other clown cars around. Hey, Bowser! What's happening? Oh, we're almost done. Almost done. Yes! Boing, boing, boing. Oh yeah, and don't forget, this is a full-size single level, plus a boss battle and a sub-level, set to slow auto-scroll. Look how fast that was done, alright? You gotta remember, move your goalpost, alright? If you're gonna leave it back 3 screens into the level, people are gonna be disappointed. They're gonna be left unsatisfied and unhappy. But there you go. That's how you make your level decent, not garbage. Oh yeah, almost forgot. You always get nice, neat little bonus points from me for having a nice name. So this was an airship level, has some pointy things. I don't know. Let's call that... I know. We'll go with Battle Boat Theater. Reference a nice game, and you know what, have a kooky little name. Bam! We're done! It's a level that isn't bad. And you know what? When you're done making a level, and... or if you bring up the editor already has something there, there's a little rocket ship down here. Don't start off of a template. The amount of levels I've seen that are based off of the tutorial at the beginning, it's just sad. Oh yeah. And don't forget, you have to beat your level before you upload it. So, make it count. And make it possible. And so help me, if I see a super secret little door in the bottom left to warp you to the end of it, I ain't gonna start your level.